So this is my resource that I created in order to help students understand the principles behind the plane director. So I set up a plane as a reference. I have my plane director here, which is an oblique plane, and then I have my hyperbolic paraboloid set in beside the plane director. Okay, so firstly, what is a plane director? The plane director is what fixes the position of each generator on a hyperbolic paraboloid. What do I mean by that? So if I move my plane director back, I have this hyperbolic paraboloid right up to the side of the plane director, and I drew the line that would be there, and that's our end generator. So that generator there is along this line here. So those lines that are on a hyperbolic paraboloid are called generators, and they're a series of straight lines that make the curved shape that you can see there now. So if we were to construct a series of planes, so this is a plane here, if we were to construct a plane through each generator that's on this hyperbolic paraboloid, they'd all be parallel to this plane director. So another thing I didn't mention earlier was that these are our generators. We can call this line here and this line here, they're skew lines basically, but they're also called linear directrices, and those are what guide the generators the whole way. So if we were to move through with our planes, this VT and HT would be in the same position. So if I was to get that plane director, move it one spot, the generator would still be parallel. Move it maybe up to here, it would still be parallel to that generator, and I'd bring it right up to the end, up to over here, and it'd still have the same angle as it does here with the vertical trace and the horizontal trace. It'll end up in the exact same spot, because the plane director is what guides or directs this hyperbolic paraboloid into how it's constructed. So I just think that if we were doing a question, or if I was trying to explain the plane director to students, I could have something like this at the top of the classroom, and they could come up and have a look, and just be able to look at something physically can have a serious effect on a student's learning, because they mightn't have the ability to visually to look at that in their head or read it from a book and just be able to understand. So, because I found myself it quite hard to understand at first, but little things like this do help to further explain.